Is someone you love feeling a little off? Perhaps a little exhausted, a little foggy? Maybe that someone is you. Well, I want to help you do something about it, something real, using real food that heals, food as medicine. This is a dish my mother made for me and her mother made for her, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. Today, we're going to make Moong Dal. This is a healing soup that my family's been making for generations. It's quick, it's delicious, and you will start to feel how amazing it is to harness your own power to heal your own body. Come and join me. We have here some really simple, beautiful produce, and the star of the show is this split dehusked mung bean, high in protein and fiber. We're going to be using Moji Masala, Dal Masala as our spice blend. Now the first step here is to rinse your lentils really well. The first round is going to be very milky, and it takes 2 or 3 rounds till it runs clear. That's pretty milky, as you can see. And the biggest importance of this is really flavor, I find. So you're eliminating a lot of that excess starch, which is what the white milkiness is. And when you do that, it really kind of keeps the flavor, what I would think of as pure. You really taste the depth of flavor of the mung bean. We're going to dice an onion, a yellow onion here, press a few cloves of garlic. And I like pressing it because I think it just blends into the dish more versus chopping. So you can chop it. I'm going to dice a tomato for a nice umami flavor. It's not going to have a tomatoey taste. And then just for a finishing garnish here, with the garnish is the lemon. And I want greens both in the dish as well as for garnish. And I'm using parsley, but I often also use parsley and or cilantro. You just want to remove the big stems in parsley, but you can keep the small stems and just rough chop it. It's ready to go. And we're going to start. We're going to put a pan on medium-high heat. And when it's hot, add the oil. I'm not going to measure really because I just try to cover the base well. So when I go to fry the onions and tomatoes, that it browns nicely without burning the pan or burning the produce. So in go the onions. We're trying to get them nice and kind of dark brown on medium-high heat. So it doesn't take that long as a gas stove. A few minutes. And this experience can be quite meditative. Just kind of get into it. Enjoy the process. And as you can see, it's starting to get there. A little brown. And a couple more minutes, it's getting more brown. It's actually a little more brown than it looks. The lighting does affect sort of seeing the depth of the brown. I'm adding the garlic in now when the onion's almost done because I don't want to burn the garlic, which will just sort of destroy the flavor of the whole dish. So I'm blending that in. I have some water by my side that I'm going to use just a little bit. It's going to burn off pretty quickly, but it does prevent the produce from burning and the pan from burning, and it just kind of allows you to keep using it medium-high heat. So in goes that tomato. Same thing, I'm going to cook it down till it's really almost melted into the base. It will kind of go from this bright red to a darker red. And again, the tomato's there for umami. It's just another layer of flavor. So with a lot of Indian cooking, the base flavor of the onion and also maybe tomato, and into that some of those spices, maybe whole spices and ground spices, and then into that could even go produce of some kind like cilantro or parsley. So it's just the layering and layering and layering of flavor until you create a wonderful balance. Just kind of adding the water there as I go, keeping it a little wet. You can see it's all sort of getting pasty now, which is really what you're trying to do. And just a drop more water because I want to get it cooked down, that onion cooked down, that tomato cooked down just a little bit more. And it smells great. Just the onions and tomatoes alone make you feel like something magical is happening. I'm going to go in with a whole packet of Dal Masala. This is cumin, coriander. You see that beautiful black cardamom there. It's very smoky. It just keeps in whole and simmers with the dish. Adds just this wonderful, again, another layer of flavor. Little water, because I am still on medium-high heat, so I don't want to burn the pan, burn the paste. Don't want to burn that ground up spices, so that little bit of water helps blend it all in. And it's very fragrant at this point because it was fragrant with the onions, it was fragrant with the tomato. Now we've added the spice. That little bit of water also brings in a nice aroma as you're cooking. So we're getting close to that base being done. This is where all the flavor is. And in any kind of Indian cooking, you make this base, and your dish is really only going to be as flavorful as this base is. If you try the base, actually, it's going to seem very strong in flavor, perhaps a touch salty, but delicious. It should be a nice reflection of the final dish, but the final dish will be more simmered down. We're adding the lentils in here, every last bit. Don't want to waste anything. And you're just going to blend it in a little bit. And normally you'd add about 3 cups of water here, but I added a little bit more before, because instead of having it as a traditional dal, which is thick, that you'd have with rice, I want it more as a soup. And that little bit of water will create the right texture for soup and mellow out the flavor just enough so that it doesn't need the rice. And so we're going to bring that all to a boil. And, really turn the heat up to high so the water will boil. Now you might find a little more starch comes off. It's not necessary that you do it, but I like to, if it's really frothy, skim a little bit of that off. Again, just removing the excess starch. But I don't want to take out too much of the flavor of the spice either. So, just that really thick piece, thick bits there. Just set that aside and dump that. And now that it's nice and boiling, and after I've removed all this excess starch, I'm going to turn the heat down a bit, put the lid on, and really just simmer. It's a split. Mung bean cooks quickly to begin with, and this is split. This is 20 minutes later. And I'm going to add in the parsley while I'm still got a few minutes to cook, because I want some of that flavor to penetrate through. I don't want it just to be as a garnish. I thought this dish would be closer to half done, but after 20 minutes, it's almost fully done. So I gave it a few more minutes, added some lemon. And again, I let that lemon cook in, but you don't have to do that. Just trying to deepen the flavor. And it's really done. This is 5 minutes later. So I did reserve some of that parsley, as you saw, for garnish at the very end. But this dish is looking great. It's really ready to go. I can't believe how quick it was, actually. Pretty amazing. Give it a little try. It's hot, but delicious. And I think we got it. I think it's spot on. Try it one more time just to see if it needs any adjustment with the salt, if anything at all. This is the time. Mostly salt. The salt-lemon balance is critical, but I think this is good. I think we've got this. I'm going to plate it here, or put it in a bowl, and it's just piping hot and delicious. There's so much beautiful aroma from the cumin and the coriander. The parsley that's been cooking in there also kind of adds this fresh aroma. And here's what I like to do at the end, especially because it's soup. I have a little Brazilian sea salt here. I'm going to put it in the mortal pestle and just grind it up a bit. It's a little too chunky. And so I'm going to garnish it. The lemon was just right, so I'm just garnishing it with this salt and some of the beautiful fresh parsley that I reserved. And you can go as much or as little as you like. At first it seems like a lot, but once you stir it in, it really just kind of melts in. It wilts. quite a bit. So I tend to be a little generous with the parsley, but it's as you wish. And that's really it. And there you have it. The most nourishing, beautiful lentil soup you'll ever eat, honestly. Your body will thank you while you're eating it. Gorgeous. Enjoy.